world-famous comedian Dave Chappelle was right all along in regards to Donald Trump. You guys have got to check out what he said.
Watching the news now, they're declaring the end of the Trump era. Now, okay, I can see how in New York you might believe this is the end of his era. I'm just being honest with you. I live in Ohio amongst the poor whites.
Dave Chappelle once warned people not to write off Donald Trump after he lost the election, and at the time, many thought he was crazy for saying so. But Chappelle knew exactly what he was talking about. Donald Trump is a man who's faced failure after failure, yet he's still standing strong. He's experienced massive setbacks, lost billions of dollars, and yet, he managed to turn it all around and become a multi-billionaire. That kind of resilience, that refusal to stay down is what defines him. So, when people dismissed him after losing the election, they made a huge mistake. His comeback proved that you should never, ever underestimate a man like him.
A lot of you don't understand why Trump was so popular, but I get it, because I hear it every day. He's very loved. And the reason he's loved is because people in Ohio have never seen somebody like him. He's what I call an honest liar. Well, I'm not joking right now. He's an honest liar. That first debate, I'd never seen anything like it. I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, "This whole system is rigged," he said.
Did you use that $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes?
Of course I do. Of course I do. And so do all of her donors, or most of her donors. I know many of her donors. Her donors took massive tax write-offs.
And across the stage was a white woman, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, sitting over there looking at him like, "No, it's not." I said, "Now, wait a minute, bro. It's what he said." And the moderator said, "Well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, as you suggest, what would be your evidence?" Remember what he said, bro? He said,
I absolutely used it, and so did Warren Buffett, and so did George Soros, and so did many of the other people that Hillary is getting money from.
Hold up. I know the system is rigged because I use it. I said, God damn. And then he pulled out an Illuminati membership card and chopped a line of cocaine up and did it right into the podium.
Isn't that what we want out of a president, though? Somebody who actually knows the loopholes that exist within this country so that they get fixed, and then the everyday average American's life improves. For example, would you rather Donald Trump did not know about the loopholes? He paid an extra couple $1 million every single year? No, I want a president who's smart, who's savvy, who knows his way around the law. And believe you me, if Hillary Clinton won that election, not only would more people like Warren Buffett and George Soros thrive under her tax system, nothing at all would have changed. We need somebody like Donald Trump who goes in there and exposes it in front of the entire world. That is how you create lasting change in Washington, D.C.
And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the membership card and chopped a line of cocaine up and did it right into the podium. No one ever heard someone say something that true. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, "This man doesn't pay his taxes." He shot right back. That makes me smart.
Or maybe he doesn't want the American people, all of you watching tonight, to know that he's paid nothing in federal taxes, because the only years that anybody's ever seen were a couple of years when he had to turn them over to state authorities when he was trying to get a casino license, and they showed he didn't pay any federal income tax. So
that makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid...
Wait a minute.
And then he said, "If you want me to pay my taxes, then change the tax code. But I know you won't, because your friends and your donors enjoy the same tax breaks that I do."
Hey, if she had a problem, for 30 years she's been doing this, Anderson. I say it all the time. She talks about health care. Why didn't she do something about it? She talks about taxes. Why didn't she do something about it? See, I understand the tax code better than anybody that's ever run for president. Hillary Clinton, and it's extremely complex, Hillary Clinton has friends that want all of these provisions, including they want the carried interest provision, which is very important to Wall Street people, but they really want the carried interest provision.
Emotional damage.
And with that, my friends, a star was born.
Chappelle's insight on Trump reminds us of a hard truth. Some people don't break under pressure. They rise stronger. One thing I admire about Donald Trump is his unwillingness to sugarcoat the truth. Sure, people might not like the way he says things. He's blunt, he's direct, and sometimes he's downright controversial. But that's exactly why people either love him or hate him. He's not afraid to speak his mind no matter the consequences. A lot of folks don't necessarily hate his policies or even him as a person, but they hate how unapologetically honest he is. And honestly, that's the part of him I'm starting to respect. Take the moment when Hillary Clinton exposed that Donald Trump didn't pay taxes. She thought she had him cornered, thought the American people would finally turn on him. After all, here's a man who claims to love the country, claims to stand for the people but doesn't pay taxes. That's a game changer, right? Well, not for Trump. He didn't deny it. He didn't try to cover it up. He simply said, yes, I don't pay taxes, and it's because the system allows everyone to avoid paying taxes. I'm not the only one who does it. She does too, and so do all her donors. Talk about a mic drop moment. Instead of trying to make himself look
The American people want somebody who knows all the loopholes within the system, so that way when they actually get into the White House in Washington, D.C., they can fix them all. Because why would Donald Trump want to pay millions upon millions of dollars to a federal government who spends that money frivolously? What are we, $36 trillion in debt? This government is completely out of control. Why would Donald Trump want to pay millions of dollars in taxes so that they can start a new war in Ukraine, Russia? We don't want this. The American people want our roads fixed. We want to fix the drug epidemic. We want things to change inside of our country. If Donald Trump actually believed that our tax dollars were hard at work and they were fixing issues that Americans cared about, I have no doubts. I believe that he would pay his taxes in full. But it's just the governmental waste that has been happening in this country for years upon years. That's why it's going to be monumental and revolutionary once Vivek and Elon Musk head the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Things are going to change big time come January, and I cannot wait for this to happen because the American people are desperate for change. Donald Trump is that change. He is the catalyst. He is Washington, D.C.'s nightmare, and I cannot wait for politicians to actually put their constituents first for a change. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below. Did you have a problem with Donald Trump not paying 100% of his taxes and he was exploiting the loopholes? Let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. And if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.
The leader of the Taliban, you would obliterate him if he dared not to follow every dotted I, cross T, comma, period.
Abdul, I had a conversation, had a number of conversations.
Didn't you at one point tell him, I know exactly where you are, and give him the exact coordinates where he was?
No, I sent him a picture of his house. He said, but why do you send me a picture of my house? I said, you'll have to figure that one out.